A big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and a big thanks to all the donators of $5 or more. Dead Zergling, Radio Raptor, and Vlad Tepish 3176. You all helped make this possible. Howdy, Insufferable Gaming fans, your old pal SirRosser here. The observant among you may notice that it is very soon after my last episode that this is going up. That is because I just remembered a vital strategy that I had forgotten after all this time, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to pull it off. You'll notice that I have 178 Lutefisk in my Horadric Lutefisk Cube. That is because putting things in the Lutefisk Cube turns them into Lutefisk. I could have been doing this the whole time to manage my inventory and up my Lutefisk count, which is actually very important. So anything I'm not going to use for crafting goes in there. I also noticed while I was looking around that I need a wand crafting skill of 2 to make any of the good ones. 2 at least. You know, that might be a bit of a problem. And also high wand crafting to do any encrusting. So it looks like upping my wand skill will be a little bit higher of a priority than I originally thought. But anyway, last time we took care of this zoo using strategy and patience. And now we fight still more monsters, because it's what we do. Yeah, I'll kick him. I don't care. I'm crazy. They might be slightly crazier. Standard strategies apply. I will just kind of walk around until my throwing buffalo technique charges back up, and then kapow. It's a slow strategy, but aren't they all, really? Yep, kicked you. There was nowhere for that enemy to fly that time, so just kinda had to do it the other way. There we go. Piece of cake. Hopefully, I will be able to finish the rest of this floor in good time. A disposable ingot press! Yes! This is great. This is amazing. This is what we need. Wait, no it isn't. Never mind. I was thinking it was a grater. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Still don't have one of those. It's alright. It's only a matter of time before I find one. And when I do, it's off to the races, my friends. We're getting there. This floor is rapidly becoming okay. Neat trap. Didn't see it coming. Really didn't. Let's just hope I can weasel my way out of it. Clearly not. Because my robot's attacking something else. I don't know why that Jinn didn't try to hit me back just then. Okay, it's going to fire at me, so there. Now it's good and kicked. Robot, help me out. I'm starting to think that my robot is going to become obsolete even sooner than I had feared. It's alright. This is not an impossible situation by any means. It just means that I have to hope that some of these skill trees I've never tried before are going to be awesome later on. And they might. I wouldn't put it past them. It'll just be a manner of figuring out exactly how to exploit all of the different skills. Yep, looks like I'm gonna need a new robot. It's okay, fortunately I have the MP for it. There's a new robot now. There's a grungier. And some Aqua Fortis. I think you can use that in some wand crafting. Ooh, let's disarm this. Every little bit of XP fills my bar. Just a little more. Which is why I'm not flat out ignoring these monsters. You coming? Thank you. He afflicted me with something. Darkened vision. Robot, you want to help out? I swear. It's like it's mocking me. Fortunately, I can do a little bit of work with... What a bastard. Robot, I rely on you to help me out of these situations, and you're just standing around with your bolts up your ass. Not attacking my enemies. Not helping out. That's better. I have no idea where it's going now. It don't matter. Ah, more Lutefisk. I think I can attack the crab.
Critical hits. Critical hits.
I kicked it a good one. I'll just put this in my Lutefisk box. Like you do. My lye-crusted fish storage area. Or however it is the hell you make Lutefisk, I don't know. I've never had it. I've only seen it in cartoons and video games. I'm not going back for the robot. Fortunately, my MP is refilling fast enough to where it's not terribly difficult to keep it up. 1 point every 5 rounds. I need to get that up to 1 for 1 if I can. Very important. Not gonna risk fighting the Octo, though. Not by myself, anyway.
Critical hits.
Right. All good. Now, looks like we have to go around here. Still not a very good chance of disarming that. Which is why I'm leaving it the hell alone. It's a mustache spirit. Very dangerous if cornered.
Critical hits. Critical hits.
I'll take the Ethernaut, you take the Genie. Or Jinn. I am not familiar enough with that area of folklore to be able to know what the difference is. But I'm sure someone does. Caltrops? Hey, sure. There it is! There's the Elven Ingot Grinder. The day is saved. And an awesome Emerald Set Gold Ring, which will increase my health and my regen. But I'd have to give up some MP regen. Or some fire and putrefying resistance. Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm going to get plenty enough of that other stuff later. Now, with my grinder, I may make stackable food items. Behold, it can be used to grate cheese. I just have to do that. There we craft. You're missing craftables. Oh, right, because both things. Right. Let's grate this, and you see, for every one, I get more grated cheese. 3, in fact. And that clears up inventory space, but you're saying grated cheese only restores 3 health, whereas the whole cheese restores more health. This is true, but you will see that once I have grated the cheese, then I am on to phase 2. What is phase 2? That's what we use this disposable ingot press for. Because a highly efficient way to make foodstuffs is 1 Diggle egg and 3 grated cheese. As opposed to 4 Diggle eggs, which will restore 64 health, which is huge, you can do 1 Diggle egg and 3 cheeses to restore 36, which isn't as good, but it's much more economical on your Diggle eggs since you get way more cheese than you do those. So, here we go. Let's craft a whole mess of them. As many as is possible. Now we're pretty much set for food for a while. So I'm just gonna stick this right in my inventory. Also, I should probably take this alchemical ooze out of my inventory since it is worthless. It does nothing. Now, if I could just find a way to get more booze in short order, I would be all set. The alchemy skill tree lets you brew booze very easily. And healing potions. It would have been great if I'd randomly rolled that. Wait a minute. I see a mysterious area here. And that lever doesn't open it. If I don't see any lever in here to open this, I'll use my digging ray. Which, as we have been told, is basically game-breaking. Just keep him bouncing. The hell is this thing? It is a cloud gremlin. Huh, never seen one of those before. Which just goes to show that I didn't actually play much with both of these expansions. The Conquest of the Wizardlands, or the You Have to Name the expansion. I did go all the way through Realm of the Diggle Gods, though, which was the first expansion. It was pretty good. Added a lot of content. I don't know what this game sells for right now currently, but when I got it, it definitely provided a lot of content for the money. And I can only imagine that it has gone down in price since its release. I think they're having a Steam sale right now, unless you're watching this later, in which case they probably are still having a Steam sale. It is statistically likely, at any given moment, that Steam is having a sale. Oh, and now I find 2 elven ingot grinders on 1 floor. Naturally. I'll grind the cheese later. There was a trap down there. It's gone now. Ooh, Thaumites nest. Stay the hell away from that. Alright, let's see if I can digging ray my way through this. Boom! And I got a poncho with no name. A reference, of course, to the Sergio Leone classic, The good, the bad, and the ugly. Among others. Do I want to use it? Now I'll stick with my wizardy type robe for now. Once my inventory is full, I'll be putting stuff into the Lutefisk Cube and grinding cheese. But only then. Yeah. Lots of monsters in here. I guess that's to be expected. We have spent a lot of time on the floor, and I don't know what the rules are for having monsters spawn, but I'm sure spending more time in an area doesn't make them less likely to show up. Spring-loaded power core. You know you love it. And the Torque of Canada. I wonder if that's better than what I have. Is it? Not really. It's frost resistance, but very little else. Alas. Well, we've still got a whole lot of floors to go, so I can still find some really good equipment on the way. My experience goes up so slowly that you may wonder why I'm not going down to better floors. It's because when you've got this permadeath going on, you don't want to rush. You just don't. It would be a terrible mistake. Go, robot. Go. Get. Mess him up. Sick him. I stepped into that one. Clearly. Obviously. I'll just wait for that to poof on away. A gem. Maybe I can... No, I can't sneak up on it because I've got these big ol' stompy boots. But I knew what I was getting into when I equipped those stompy boots, and I will not bemoan my fate. Disarm! Haha, made it. Yeah, that robot might be stuck there. Nah. He popped on out. Just had to take care of the octo he was fixated on. But, sadly... Oh, no, never mind. I can make it through here. Shouldn't be hard. Go down. Go farther down. Thank you. Robot. You're pissing me off a little bit. So is that. Ah. Dick move, Octo. Dick move. Alright. That takes care of that. Finally, we've got a robot on the move. Which is what I wanted to happen in the first place. My game seems to have locked up. Or maybe my keyboard batteries are dying. Really, could be either one at this point. That is the unfortunate side effect of having a wireless keyboard. But I find it very useful for when I want to go sit on my comfy chair and watch movies using my projector. You know, some people buy a projector, then they never use it. Not me. I make full use of my fun things. There's a recipe I'll never get to use. And a potion that I might. Mana potions being at least sort of rare. We're almost through another robot. Disposable buddies. What you gonna do, right? It'll at least last through this room, though. Go forth. I need my robot to fight my battles for me. How very sad. And, hey, what do you know? We got a Lutefisk statue. So the way this works is, the more Lutefisk you pile on it at once, the better your reward. I don't know if I have enough Lutefisk for something great, but I'm going to pop a few more things in here. I'll try to get up to 200. I might not be able to make it, but I probably can. Especially with these stacks of traps. 2 more things. There we go. I mean, let's face it, I was going to be putting this stuff in anyway. Might as well up it a little bit. There's an exact number of Lutefisk that you need to put on the shrine for the best stuff, but I don't know right offhand what that number is. Haha! And I was given a thing. A sword that does nothing for me. But if it did, it would be a pretty good weapon. But it's not. But if it did, though. Oh, if it did. Just grinding my cheese real quick. Keep grinding. There we go. Alright. Shouldn't be more than 1 or 2 rooms left on this floor now. I'm not waiting for the robot. I need a new one anyway. How did this guy wind up with so few hit points? It's a mystery. Hey, a store. I wonder if there's anything I can't live without. Not really. Oh well. Let's see what this multi-Lutefisk sword was worth. 742 Wappen Zorknids. Whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna hang on to that ring. I might get Krong to do something with it later. You never know. And this should be the last room on this floor. But first, an undead Ethernaut gets the kick. Multiple kicks, really. I don't care. I do what I want. Blammo. And a slight ooze also gets the kick.
Critical hits.
And a bronze ring. Unlucky formerly living adventurer. Sorry, guy, today wasn't your day. So that is this whole floor. Done and done. Which means it's time to head on down to another floor. So let's just find a convenient descent. Easier said than done, I guess. What if I go through here? That doesn't really get me any closer. Or here. That does get me closer. Okay. I'm not going to summon my robot yet because I won't have one when I get down to the next floor. I'll have to summon one from scratch. This could be a bit of a pain in the ass, but here's what I'm gonna do about it. How about if I use this? And that will damage the enemies a little bit more. Maybe not nearly as much as I had hoped, actually. Enough to get me through this fight anyway. I think that's what that does. Yeah. Extra lightning damage. It's a thing. I'll just keep refreshing my throwing buffalo technique, kicking the hell out of this guy. There. See, I didn't need my robot. I did it all on my own. And down I go. This floor is gonna be a son of a bitch. As you will no doubt see, we got mustache spirits. And there will also be steam golems. Steam golems can really wreck your day. But I just found a wand. And I will put that wand right here. Come on, robot. You and I are going places on this floor. A thrusty. These guys are hilarious. Now, this is a good way to get your Lutefisk Cube filled. Buy all of the really cheap stuff from these dispensers. And really, what else are you going to use your money for? So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what I just did there. Oh, I accidentally tried to summon my robot again. And I'll take that. And those are actually not a bad deal. Pretty much anything that's cheap and there's lots of them. Or cheap-ish. Maybe not as cheap as you would like. And then they all go in the cube. So that next time I find a shrine, I may be granted a great boon. It's a solid strategy, and I'm sure it'll work. Almost guaranteed.
Critical hits.
Fortunately, my robot is still holding up. It's a bit of a relief. I wasn't sure
Critical hits.
it would be able to hold up quite as well. But it is. And here's another one of these that I probably won't use. Suzanne Hokijo. Got it. And the traps are getting harder to disarm too, so this thing still isn't awake. I bet it is now. Yeah. Robot, line up. Thank you. Kick a statue. Ooh, an invisible thing. The Great Pumpkin. Do not question its existence. All shall tremble and fall. Huh. And it's invisible. I'm assuming it's a pumpkin monster. Or something related to a pumpkin. And I crushed its bones with that attack. My unarmed, randomly popping skill went into effect, but I don't know what effect it had other than being a crit. But really, what else do you need other than for it to be a crit? These fish paladins can zap me with lightning or light blasts. So, want to be careful with them. They're very smitey, these. I'm gonna have to try to disarm this one. Well, I didn't disarm it, but it shot something else. So I'll let it keep shooting something else. That time I got it. I wonder what it was shooting. It's very interesting. I'd love to know. This mustache spirit, I would guess. I'm just gonna... Alright, it can just keep getting hit by acid for all I care. I'll kick it into this trap. Aw, it died. My robot's never going to get around here at this rate. Come on, you can do it. Attaboy. Don't smite me, bro. Alright, we're doing it this way. And that was on me. The acid, I mean. I'll just keep an eye on my health and kind of creep forward here.
Eat food to regain health.
And that's starting to be a problem now. It's alright, I got food. I know, I will do this. I haven't used this in ages. Okay. You're not going to play my game, I see. Have it your way. Bastard.
Your health is low.
I've still got food. It'll be fine. There. It took the damage. Now it gets the kicks. All the kicks. And all of that was to pick up a wrench. Club. It's a club and a wrench. And I'm still stuck over here. What to do? No, don't kick the robot. Robot's your friend. Disarm the trap. About time. Now wait for the acid to go away. Waiting for the acid to melt. Or dissipate. Dissipate is the better word there. And now we have different ways to go. Which way will I go? We'll have to wait till next time to find out. Until then, this is your old pal Rosser. Take a drink.